In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Comics Wonder World podcast. As always, I am one of their hosts, Orion Scott Comics, aka Mateo. And as always, I am accompanied by
Woody. What's up? I wish I would have worn green today. It's kind of
a
Green Lantern centric episode.
I'm wearing my Venom
Venom, Captain Venom.
Yeah, so it's not really on theme, but it is what it is. But as you guys can tell from the beginning of the episode, we are be talking heavily about Green Lantern today. First, we're going to be talking about the wonderful movie that was made in 2011, and then we are going to do a tier list of all the Green Lantern suits throughout comics, games, animation. Not all of them, like, the entire thing, but we're, just like the main ones. We got about
majority.
Yeah, we got about 40 on the tier list, so we're excited to discuss that. But first, before I get started, is there anything that you're reading on your free time?
I'm reading Annihilation.
Nice.
And because I know we're going to read Annihilation Conquest, getting ready for Guardians 3, so I wanted to read Annihilation first, then I'll read Annihilation Conquest when we read it, and then I have decided I'll read Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, and then also I think Green Lantern Corps by Tomasi after those two, which I'm really excited about. I'm trying to kind of really I'm doing this with video games, pick, okay, I want to read this, then this, because I'm very scatterbrained, and I'll read a volume, and then I'll be and then I'll read another volume instead of just reading the whole thing. So I'm trying to be more particular.
I get that. No, yeah, I'm starting to do that too. What was it? A couple of days ago, I just finished reading Man of Steel by John Byrne. I loved it. Now I'm reading Aquaman by Peter David. It's pretty good. It's weird because it's a almost completely different backstory so far, which is very odd, but it's entertaining and fun to say the least. But after I'm finished Aquaman, maybe I'll just go back to volume 2 of Man of Steel, which I'm hoping for, if I don't get caught up with anything that catches my eye.
Yeah. That's how I am.
Yeah. But today, first things first, we will be talking about the Green Lantern movie starring Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, among, Mark Strong as Sinestro. And I just found this out when I was watching it because I thought his voice sounded very familiar. The actor who played Abin Sur is also the actor who plays Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, yeah.
I never knew that. I was like, wait a minute, he sounds so familiar.
Well, I mean, I didn't either because I haven't seen this movie in forever. But as soon as he started talking, I was like, that's Jango Fett. I was like,
yeah,
that's because dude, I recently replayed one of my favorite games ever is Star Wars Republic Commandos, and it's this game where you play as 4 clone troopers.
Okay.
And I mean, it's his voice the whole time because he's also the clones.
Yeah, that's true.
Jango's a clone, so I mean, I love him as an actor. But he dies pretty quick, but he's still cool.
Yeah, it is cool nonetheless. But overall, we'll be reviewing this movie, give you guys what we liked, what we disliked, what we're kind of in the middle of. The side's way heavy here in the sense of the bad overshadows the little good that's in this movie. But I kind of want to start out with a hot take regarding this movie.
Okay.
In the sense of the CGI suit. The CGI suit in and of itself is bad, but just the idea of having a CGI suit for a character like Green Lantern does kind of make sense. But it's the concept of this movie just ends up very poorly.
I kind of have the same hot take. I think from here, chest down, the CGI suit is really not that bad. I think it is abysmally bad when it comes to the faceplate. That thing is oh my God, it's so bad. There was one moment in the movie where he's moving and the suit looks a little weird, but I thought it's really not that bad.
Yeah, I mean it's still bad, but it's not good. it's not as bad as everyone's saying it's to be one of the worst suits. It is one of the worst suits, but not like that high up. I guess. Yeah. But overall, how'd you think about the movie?
A quick broad overview, I'll say, is I think it starts out pretty solid. I think it's pretty good at the beginning and just gradually gets worse as the movie goes. I think it starts out good and enjoyable and it's fun. And then it just slowly gets worse and worse to the point where it's like, get me out of here, make this stop. But
yeah.
what did you think?
So when I was watching this movie, I haven't watched it in, I say about 3-ish years. So when I first watched it, I was like rewatching this movie. I was like, let me see if I can pick up anything new that I don't remember. And every time when I do watch this movie, especially with like the 3-year gap between like my last viewing and the current viewing that I did for this movie, I always forget like the beginning part of the movie like happens. Like those like alien astronauts going on that rock or planet, something like that. I always forget that happens. And I was like, oh, I forgot it happens. But overall, like it's just kind of the same thing that you have where like the beginning starts off strong, but it just gets worse and worse and worse. And like it's a lot of like early 2000 comic book movie tropes it has, and they're like the punk rock music playing during certain scenes, just the super super cheesy hero theme. Whenever the hero theme comes on, like dun 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 dun, I'm like, oh my god!
I don't know. It's like a 1 second part of it. Kind of reminds me of the Injustice theme from like the Injustice games. I don't know why, but because it's not like the same tune. But there's a part where it like sounds like it's gonna play.
Yeah, I do hear that too. But it's like,
yeah, I agree. It's cheesy.
And there's like, a lot of the humor is just radiates early 2000, like not even like Marvel DC humor, but like one of those like B-C list, like off-brand like superhero movies, like Zoom, Sky High, stuff like those type of movies. It's kind of like that humor.
Taika Waititi's in it too.
He's true.
He's a cringy comedy guy.
Yeah, he was in it and didn't really help the movie.
No,
it's just I don't know. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad to say the least. But it's the only Green Lantern movie we have so far. So we have to appreciate that there is a Green Lantern movie out there, even though it's pretty bad.
Speaking of him, one of the parts that annoyed me was there's a scene where Green Lantern kind of saves the day, like this helicopter's crashing or whatever, and it's just like everyone at the party knew who Hal was, and it's so clearly Hal. The only thing like guarding his face is this. Like it's very clearly him. Like if you know who he is, you know that's him. Yeah. And they make it seem like no one knew, but then Taika Waititi shows up at his door and he's like, tell me everything. And like he just knows. Yeah. But like nobody else does. And I was like, what?
I like it especially with where he goes to Carol's apartment to say she's like say it make sure that she's okay. She's like, "Are you okay, ma'am?" with that deep gritty voice. But then Carol like realizes like Hal, and he's like, "What?"
She's known him all his life, and it takes him getting like this close to her, and then she's like, "Hal? Like you didn't know when he was 2 feet away?"
Yeah, it's just the eye mask just never works. Like for me, for me, I like the eye mask. It's like it's a cool like design, but like practically speaking, like you can't really expect someone to like say like, "Oh my god, who are you?" with like something just covering your eyes, not even your eyeballs, but just like the surrounding of your eyes. It's
DC does that. I mean, Green Lantern, Superman. Like, I mean, Superman's like costume is ridiculous, but it's easier, I think, to dismiss in comic format. It's just tough in a movie when there's literally a person standing in front of another person, and you're like, "Come on." you know who that is.
Especially with like the same hairstyle, the same like scruff. It's just the same everything except for like the covering of the eyes. It's just
But what were some parts of the movie that you really enjoyed? What was something that you were like, they nailed that?
I really liked Sinestro.
Okay.
Mark Strong did a really good Sinestro from what he was given. I like Kilowog, Tom Array. They were pretty decent. I kind of like the constructs that they do, like just like the ideas of the construct, not the way they look, because like they still look terrible, but it's just like in and of itself, like the race, like the racetrack he does at that one dinner ball thing. I thought it was pretty fun. What else? At the end, where he's fighting Parallax for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, he has some cool. He does some cool stuff there.
Yeah. I think honestly, Ryan Reynolds does do a good enough job as Hal Jordan, given what he was given. Other than that, Carol was good, I guess, for like their like chemistry. I mean, given that like they're now married in real life and that's how they met.
Their chemistry reminded me of, I've heard this trope a lot, and I think it's really true here. I've heard if there's chemistry off screen, then there's bad chemistry on screen, because I thought they were terrible. I thought they were so like stiff and like weird together in scenes.
Yeah.
And if that trope is true, it makes sense, because they literally got married because of this movie and have a full on family, which is good for them. But
yeah,
and for this movie, I thought they were just very weird together.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And there are some parts where like she's trying to give him like a motivational speech, like towards like the end of the movie, where she's like, where he's like, I'm afraid, blah blah blah. But then like she like leans in, like sit next to him, like gives him a pep talk. I'm like, okay. It's like,
yeah,
the dialogue is just like, it's pretty bad too.
Yeah, it's weird. I liked that they. I don't know. I've read no Green Lantern comics. I've only read, stuff like New 52, Justice League, where like he's in it. But I liked that they went all in and they had the full Green Lantern Corps. They had the Guardians, like the whole planet Oa. Like, I thought it was cool they did that instead of just like, not really going into the mythos and just showing how. Thought that was cool. I also thought Sinestro was pretty great. One kind of issue I had, not really, but before I say this, I'll say I kind of hate there's like this new trend of people that like they like have to see a training montage for the character. I don't agree with that at all. I just want to say that. We don't need a training montage for every character, but I do like to see the character kind of grow into his powers over the course of the movie, and I felt like they had the training part where he got his ass kicked by every Green Lantern, and then all of a sudden he's building racetracks and like I felt like the jump was a little quick.
Yeah.
Like, from training and getting destroyed to, I mean, building a racetrack right there. That's pretty imaginative. I would not have thought of that.
Yeah, I do think that is like a nice little subtle product placement for Hot Wheels. That's what I like to think.
Could be. I mean, the DC does do stuff with Hot Wheels, so it probably is.
They probably made like a whole like set based off just that one scene for Hot Wheels. Who knows?
They probably did. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, I think my least favorite part of the movie is just not Parallax, but what's the guy with the huge head?
Hector Hammond.
Oh God. That was hard to watch.
Yeah, it really was, and it sucks because I've actually like seen the actor in other things, and he's actually a pretty good actor too. He does a good job, but it's just like the Hector Hammond thing, like his whole lore. It's just like, I don't know, and I totally forgot that Amanda Waller's in this movie too, which is
I did too.
is jarring. I'm like, what? I did not know this.
She doesn't really do much, but
Yeah, she's just there.
She's there. Did they ever like disconnect this movie from the DCU, or did they just kind of let it die? Because it's a different Amanda Waller. It's not the Amanda Waller from.
I think they just let it die.
I mean, that's smart.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I remember this because this drove me crazy. Okay. The Parallax guy says, I forget who he says it to, like the giant fear demon, basically says, I'm going to go to Earth and like, because I think whenever he would like kill these people and like they would basically make him stronger.
Yeah.
Like getting the fear, that's how he would kill them, like getting the fear from these humans and make them stronger. And he was like, I'm going to go to Earth and get stronger so that I can go to Oa and completely destroy it. But then when Hal goes to talk to the Guardians and Sinestro, he's like, hey, you have to help us defend Earth. And they're like, we don't really want to. Like, and it's like, well, you have to, because if he destroys Earth, he's going to destroy your planet.
Exactly.
And I was like, why would they say no other than for the plot of the movie to just have Hal versus Parallax? Why they need to help. They need to stop him.
And it's a nice little plot hole right there. Well, I didn't realize that until you just mentioned it. I was like, yeah, it's true.
Like, if he goes to Earth, he's going to get like 10 times more powerful. He was literally destroying New York City and just getting bigger. Or I don't know if that was New York City. I don't know what city it was, but
oh no, I think it was. I don't know if they mentioned it, because I know in the comics he's from Coast City, I think, or is that?
I don't think they ever mentioned what city they were in.
Oh, either way, the CGI on Parallax looks terrible.
Either way,
yeah,
it's not good.
Especially in the beginning part where he's breaking out of that like green like construct glass thing. That looked I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That looks terrible. So
that's also a really dumb place to imprison him. Just where people can walk up and he can take their fear and get.
Yeah. And like I can't really say like, because like usually like when like comic movies come out, I try to compare like what they show in the movies versus what they are in the comics. But like just like you, I've almost never read any Green Lantern comic. The only Green Lantern comic that I've read was the Green Lantern Kyle Rayner run, and it's just like obviously that's more focused on Kyle Rayner, and Green Lantern Earth 1 Volume 1, which is very good, and it's on the wheel too, so it's a pretty solid pick. But yeah, like I don't know that much about like the Green Lantern lore. I know that Parallax. Whoever's watching, correct me if I'm wrong, but at least in the beginning of the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern run, the reason why Kyle Rayner becomes the Green Lantern is because Hal Jordan becomes an entity. Like he becomes Parallax, but not like the fear monster Parallax. It's just like this very 90s. We'll see it on the tier list soon. Like this very 90s, heavily armored Green Lantern going out to slaughter all the Green Lanterns, and he basically does. He kills almost all the Green Lanterns. He kills the majority of the Guardians of the universe. And like that's like my only association with Parallax in the comics is just like something completely different. So
yeah,
completely different.
I'm sure Parallax in the comics, like you already said, but I'm curious if Hector is, because he gets his powers while he's like dissecting the dead Boba Fett guy, and he has some of the fear in him because that's how he died, and it just touches him, and then his head grows to enormous degrees, and he he just gets the powers of Parallax, I guess. But not even Parallax has some of his powers.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he does. He can move the people. I don't know. It's very, that whole part of the movie is.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like the leader at the end of the Incredible Hulk movie, where like his head just starts pulsating and growing. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that. But like, I've only seen pictures of what Hector Hammond looks like in the comics, but I never really heard of anything of him in the comics. Then again, never read it. Like uh, Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run, or like the classic Green Lantern run. So my knowledge on the Green Lantern lore in the comics is very little.
Yeah, I'm really. If this did anything positive for me, it just reinforced, and I'm going to, is to read Jeff Johns' Green Lantern, because
Yeah,
he is one of my favorite writers, if not my favorite writer. And I've heard that that's like possibly his best, the Green Lantern run.
yeah,
And I've seen some of the artwork, and just like anything cosmic art is always just like so, especially on digital. I think that
digital. There you go.
especially with like the digital, because of like that, just like the black space background, like anything black, I feel like really pops. So I'm really excited to read that. But yeah, I liked it. I'll at least say though, like I think I kind of fell in the trap of like following the trend and just hating on the movie. But I think it's better than what people say. It's not
Yeah,
good, but
yeah,
it's better than what people give it.
yeah. It's a fun watch, and like it's not like a bad movie in the regards of it's like unwatchable bad, like, but it's like it's bad to the sense of like it's funny bad, and like it's entertaining to see like everything, because the last time I watched it 3 years ago was with a group of my friends, and we're just like laughing our asses off through the entire movie. So it's a fun watch, especially if you're with friends who are like already like are in like the whole headspace of like comic books, comic
Yeah.
movies. I mean, and like it's a good laugh, to say the least.
Yeah, it's got that, like you said earlier, that early like 2000s comic book movie, just kind of the vibe they had is just, I don't know. I just love it. Like, even when they're bad like that, there's something about like those early 2000s comic book movies where they like the, like the punk rock, and just like
Yeah.
it's fun to watch no matter what. It just brings me back to that time. Um so yeah, I really I was like, I even messaged you. I would say like the first 30 to 40 minutes, I was like, whoa, like I like this. I was like,
Yeah.
but I mean, the moment when Hammond gets his powers is really when I think it takes a huge nosedive.
Hmm.
I also think the planet Oa looked really boring.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
didn't look interesting. Um, but when they go like underground, I just thought it was really cool, like seeing all the Green Lanterns together. They all, the
Yeah.
light from all their rings. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I was about to say something, but I forgot what it was. Damn. But yeah, I mean, in regards to like the future Green Lantern project, whatever it might be, I know originally it was supposed to be an HBO Max series. Now I don't know if it is still, or they're making a movie, but we know it's called Lanterns, so hopefully they don't have much to like base it off of, in the sense of like we have to make this movie better than the other Green Lantern movie, which should be easy enough because it's not really a high bar. They don't have a high bar to exceed when it comes to the new
No,
Green Lantern project.
it won't be tough. It
Definitely
won't be
not.
tough. But okay, if there was something from this movie that you would like them to draw inspiration from, I know there's not much. I know there's not much, but if there's something you'd like to see from something that this movie did right, that they could do in the upcoming thing, like not do exactly, but draw inspiration. Is there anything you would? I have kind of an answer,
You go first. I'm still trying to think of
but
an answer.
I also have faith they're going to do this. So like, it's not really. I just would like them to have like the Planet Oa, have the Guardians, have the whole core. But it really feels like they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Um, I would also I like how in this movie Sinestro is. I know that's how it is in the comics, but like I could have seen them like just skipping all that and already having him as a Yellow Lantern. I like seeing him as a Green Lantern to start out with. So I think that is something I would like to see if they do Sinestro. Um, that's all I got.
That's that is a good point. Because I know was it James Gunn when he was talking about the Lanterns project? It's gonna be like in the sense of detective, and it's gonna be like Earth based mostly. But I know like there should be like at least like some flashbacks, or like they at least like show, or like they go to at least like one time. So
even if they don't, I'm sure eventually.
Yeah, definitely.
Will.
Yeah. I guess
Tough.
it is. It's pretty tough. Bring back Hector Hammond. No, I actually have nothing.
Nothing.
I have nothing.
Yeah, it's tough looking back and thinking of the whole movie, and yeah, there's not really much to draw inspiration from, but
it's just like a nice little template of how not to create a Green Lantern movie.
Yeah. I forgot that I did know that they were going to make it kind of Earth-based. I forgot about that, but I hope in the future. Another thing I liked about it is more Resistance. I just liked how cosmic it was. Like, I like exploring the cosmic, stuff when it's characters like Green Lantern, and stuff. Here's a really random question that just popped in my head.
Okay.
It popped in my head because as I was talking about cosmic, if you could see Green Lantern crossover with a dynamic duo with a Marvel character in like a series, a comic series or a movie, it's like them two pairing up. Who would you pick?
I'd go with Spider-Man. That'd be interesting.
Ooh, I would be totally down for that.
I feel like that'd be like super interesting because like Spider-Man would just be like freaking out over the fact that he can just make anything out of his mind. But I just feel like they both would pair very well in the sense of just like having fun.
This is why it popped in my head because I'm reading Annihilation. I was gonna say Green Lantern and Nova. I think would be a really cool dynamic duo.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have no idea if they did that in the I don't think they did. In the Marvel crossover or Marvel DC crossover.
I didn't know anything about the Richard Rider Nova before reading Annihilation, but he's got a somewhat similar, I think kind of a very similar personality to Green Lantern, at least in Annihilation. So I think they'd be fun to see together.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you saw this, but James Gunn did say that the possibility of having a Marvel DC crossover is now higher now that he's in charge. So who knows? I feel like that movie would just destroy the box office if done well. But that's
I don't even think it would have to be done well.
Yeah, you just want to see that.
Like, the issue is like, if they do that, I mean, are they going to bring back Tony Stark's Iron Man, like Robert Downey Jr.'s? Are they going to, like?
I don't know. It's a big task to do. It's not going to be cheap in the slightest.
Oh my god, dude!
Especially all the copyrights, all like the contracts or whatever they have to do behind the scenes, actually making the movie, having all these like huge name actors in it. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, but I don't know.
If I could see anything return to comics, it would be Marvel and DC crossing over again. I don't want it to be a common thing. I think it's more fun when it's rare and it's like a one-off shoot or like a mini series. But I think crossovers are so fun. Like I just bought the Spawn and Batman hardcover. Like I think they're just so fun, and there's so many characters that I would love to see working together or against each other. And if that movie happened, I'd imagine we would get it in the comics for a good while, like some crossovers. But I would kill to see that movie.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, endless amount of possibilities out there. But overall, on a scale, are you doing 1 to 10 for the movies? We can do 1 to 10 for the movies and 5 star for comics. All right.
Switch it up a little bit.
1 through 10, how would you rate this movie?
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna give it a 4.5. Well, I can definitely see the 5.
I think there are some. You know what's another good scene? Is the fighter jet scene. I liked that scene.
That was a pretty cool scene. Yeah,
That was a. That was a cool scene. I just liked seeing the dogfight. It was cool.
Definitely better than Top Gun Maverick. I'll tell you that.
I haven't even seen Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, that's our take. That's the clip. Green Lantern's dogfight is better than all of Top Gun Maverick.
Exactly. Clip that. Post it everywhere.
So you're going with 4.5?
Yeah, definitely go 4.5.
Yeah, I think after we do, because we're watching all the live action comic book movies, I think after we do it, we should do a list from first to last. And I don't think this one will be that far down for me. I think it will.
Okay.
Do you not agree?
Well, it's gonna be pretty down the list.
I don't know. I kind of had fun. I don't know. It's not good.
Yeah. I mean, then again, there are a lot of pretty bad movies on this wheel, so who knows?
I watched a little bit of, because the whole thing's on YouTube, the Captain America movie from 1944.
Oh, yeah.
That one will be low. That one will probably be.
I don't know. That might be number 1 for me.
It's something. It's
yeah. Well, I'm excited for that one when it comes around. But that was our little discussion on the Green Lantern movie. Now, still on the topic of Green Lantern, time to tier rank his suits. All right, so here we got a lot of Green Lantern suits. We're gonna rank him S all the way through D.
Okay. Should we put in F?
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
We should put in an F.
Alrighty. So first up, actually, I got an idea.
I know a lot more of these suits than I thought I would.
Yeah,
just from their, appearance.
So the first suit up is Guy Gardner's suit.
Yep. Okay. I know this suit. Like I was saying earlier, I have read 0 Green Lantern runs, which, it kind of makes this fun. Don't really, just straight up only going off appearance, which that's what this is, right? We're just judging the appearance of the suit, not the character.
Yeah, correct. This is just a suit.
Okay. What do you think here? Where are you?
I mean, I'm a big fan of it, honestly. I like the collar, like the flared up collar look. The belt is pretty nice. It's
unique.
It's very different from, traditional Green Lantern suits.
Yeah, I agree. I'm feeling B. I'm feeling a solid B. It's a solid suit. But
I say B as well.
Okay.
Sorry, Guy Garner fans. All apologies to Guy Garner fans.
B's a solid.
It's so good. It's so good.
I feel like that's the definition of B for me. Is it's like solid. Like it's a good tier.
Definitely. Up next, the Parallax suit. So this is when Hal Jordan became insane, essentially, and becomes Parallax.
Okay, I'm looking at a couple other. I'm looking at like them on my phone too. To see.
Cool.
This suit's cool.
It is cool. It's super 90s, but it is very cool nonetheless. Personally, I'd give it an S tier.
I'm thinking A. This is solid. I'm looking at some other images. Okay, I could go S here. I could go S. This is badass. This is badass.
Cool. I like it a lot, especially with like the nice white on the side of his hair.
I love the shoulder
pads. Yeah, the shoulder pads are sick.
Okay, yeah. I like S.
Let's go with that.
This is a great suit.
Next up, the new 52 Green Lantern suit.
S.
I'm going with F with this one.
Whoa!
I'm just kidding. No. We're going S. Yes, sir.
Okay, that was the easiest S for me.
Easy. Up next, I think this was really good because when I first read Green Lantern Earth 1 and I saw like the discourse going on online, a lot of people didn't like the suit, but I think I like the suit a little bit.
I don't know this one. I'm gonna Google this one on my phone as well. Which one's this one?
This one is the Green Lantern Earth 1 suit.
Okay.
So basically, it's just like an astronaut suit with a Green Lantern symbol at the chest.
Oh, I see. Okay. He's got a beard going on in Earth 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's pretty sick. I would put it. I'm thinking either A or B tier.
I think this is a solid B. It's definitely different. But it's cool. I'm all for different every now and then. This is cool.
All right, yeah. So B it is.
Yeah, this is a solid B. This is a cool suit.
Up next.
That makes me want to read that, honestly.
Hell yeah. Speaking of the movie we just were discussing, live action Green Lantern suit.
Okay.
Oh no.
Do you think it I think it's D. I don't think it's F. Do you think it's F?
I'm like in between
I would put
D and F.
If you want to put it F, I'll put it there. But like I said, I think the mask is like an F minus. If you could go lower than F, but I think the suit is like a D plus. So wherever you want to put it, I'm okay with.
I'm gonna have to put it at F. I'm putting it's pretty. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with F.
Yeah.
If I was making my own, I would put it at D. But it's probably objectively an F.
Yeah. All right, so F tier for the live action Green Lantern suit. Up next, we got the Green Lantern Spectre suit. When Green Lantern became the Spectre for some reason, I do not know why.
I think this is a solid A.
Yeah. Definitely. I don't know. I feel like with context, it'll be a lot cooler. But what it looks like right now, I would definitely give it an A as well. It's pretty sick.
I'm pretty sure because I haven't read it yet, but I think that's the first thing you read with Jeff Johns is, I think in Rebirth, that's when he's still the Spectre and then he becomes the Green Lantern again. I could be really off base, and I've seen some pages, and I think the Spectre alone, I think is like just such a badass suit.
Definitely, yeah. Let's put an A tier. Alrighty, up next, we got the DC Animated Universe suit. Now, this is the DC Animated Universe between Flashpoint and Justice League Apocalypse War.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of this.
I watched the first 5 minutes last night. I think it's Justice League War.
Yeah,
it's the movie, and this is it's the retelling of the first arc of New 52 Justice League. Yep. I did not like this.
Yeah, me neither.
Not like this. But I don't think it's not an F.
Yeah, it's not an F, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't
like the shoulders. Yeah. I don't like the shoulders at all.
I think they're just trying too much for that one.
I was just about to say that. It's trying too hard.
Yeah. I feel like I can just imagine it without the glowing outlines on the shoulders. It would look pretty damn good.
I agree.
I'm thinking C tier for this one.
That's a C, because without the shoulders, it would actually be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's just the shoulders holding it back.
Definitely. So we're going there in C tier. Up next, this one. I forgot. This is I forgot what's this one's called.
Long hair, long cloak. Oh, I don't really like this, but I don't hate it either.
Yeah, it's very in the middle.
I think this one's a C.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
kind of cool, but it's also kind of weird.
I feel like it's cool, but like it's like a trope that's been done so many times. Just getting
Yeah.
a character with long hair, a trench coat, make him look cooler.
Yeah.
So we'll put him in low S tier right there. There we go. Alrighty. Up next. This is the Green Lantern suit from Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Okay. I have not seen that. Let me look that up. Have you seen it?
I have not. Oh, okay. So the last picture was the one we just put in C2 is called Renegade Hal Jordan. It's from the New 52, and yeah.
Is that New 52? Is that like Green Lantern Run? Yeah, because when I was Googling it, it said Green Lantern 41 or something.
Okay, yeah, it's probably is like the main Green Lantern run where he becomes Renegade.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad suit. Just on the one previously, but this suit, I kind of like it.
The Brave and the Bold.
Yeah,
I really like this one.
yeah, it's very simple, but like something to it that I like.
Yeah, I also just love the animation style, which I mean does take into effect, this suit, if you will, like how it. I don't know. This one's just classic Green Lantern here. I mean, this is at least an A, if not S, for me.
I put in yeah, I'll put in an S because it's like the classic Green Lantern suit, so definitely an S.
It's just classic Green Lantern, can't go wrong.
Nice and simple.
You know what I found while I was looking at the Brave and the Bold suit?
Yep.
In the Brave and the Bold, I guess, show or whatever it is, Batman becomes a Green Lantern. He has a Green Lantern suit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sick,
it's
actually.
really cool, too.
Damn.
It would be an S.
That would be an S. 'Cause I know he briefly had like a Yellow Lantern suit, which is pretty sick. But we got the Injustice Green Lantern suit.
It's from Injustice 2, right? Yeah.
The first one.
Or is that the first Injustice?
Yeah.
Oh, I see the second Injustice. Okay. Yeah, I don't like kind of either Injustice suit.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I put this suit at D tier.
I 100% agree. It's better than live action.
Yeah.
But it's not good.
I feel like it's just overcomplicated.
That's what I was going to say. It's another one that's trying too hard.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Just keep it simple, man.
Agreed.
All right. Up next, it's the Injustice 2 suit.
This one's tough because there's so much customization in that game.
Yeah.
But if we're going with base suit, I think it's better than Injustice 1, but it's still not. It's way better, but I think it's still C.
Yeah, definitely lower C tier. All right. Up next, we have the God of Light suit. I think this is. I might be wrong, but this might be from the Dark Side Wars event. I know they had like spin-off series where like each like some of the members of the Green Lantern, not the Green Lantern Corps, but the Justice League have like obtained like godlike powers.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure this was based off of that. Honestly, I really like it. I really, really like this suit.
I think this is awesome. This is a really cool suit.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, man. I'm tempted to put it at S tier, but my gut's going towards more like of a high A tier.
I'm saying A. I think A.
All right, yeah, A would be better.
I think
it's cool though.
A. Yeah, cool suit.
All right, I think that might be all for the Hal Jordan suits. Yeah, I think it is. If it pops up again later on, then it does. But next up we have Jessica. Wait, it's not Jessica Cruz. This is Joe Mullen from the Far Sector series. I don't know if you read that Green Lantern run.
No.
It's like 12 issues. It takes place in like some like uncharted, very distant. No, it takes place in like the most distant sector of the universe, charted by like
That's really
the
cool.
universe. It's really cool in the sense of like in the story, Joe Mullen is basically like a police detective, and she's going to investigate the first murder that happened on this planet for like a million years or whatever. And like she just uncovers like a lot of stuff that's been going on. It's like it's very well written, and I loved her character all
That
throughout.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely like a very, very underrated, underappreciated Green Lantern run. And I just thought her suit looks amazing. Her ring, I don't know, it's not really visible on here, but her ring is very like, it looks like vines essentially like the ring, like whatever it's called, like the ring itself is like has like, it's not like just one whole like it's like sheet of green. It has like different like details in it that's like makes it really nice.
Joe Mullen, I don't like the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I like everything else. I just don't like the huge giant glasses.
Yeah. It's cool too because she has like there are times where like she has like those like classic like neo-noir like police detective like overcoat that she puts on sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like the whole uniform she's got.
Yeah.
I don't like the glasses, but I mean, I would probably put her at C. Where are you thinking? Are you thinking S?
I was going like more like A tier.
I think she's I can compromise and go with B.
Okay, we can go with B. I really like the suit. It was like, and like the artwork in that comic book is gorgeous. It's very nice. So I definitely recommend to you and all the viewers to read it. It's very, very cool.
The plot of that sounds amazing.
It's great.
Jessica Cruz, however, I'd put it S.
Yeah.
I love her suit.
So Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern.
This one and the New 52 Green Lantern are my two favorites so far.
Are you thinking S tier for Jessica Cruz?
Easy S for me.
Easy S.
Is it an S for what is it? What were you thinking?
I would go with S too, honestly. I was gonna go up between like A and S, but like now like thinking about it, yeah, it's more like an S tier suit. Alrighty,
Okay.
up next we have the John Stewart Green Lantern suit from Injustice 2.
This one I think is better than Hal's
Yeah,
base suit because Hal's you can customize, his you can't. But I think his like base suit is better than Hal's. I think this is a B.
Yeah, I definitely say it's like a B.
This one's
so much
solid.
better. So much better than Hal's suit.
Yeah,
like a long shot.
But like, I was so into that game when it first came out. You can make Hal's suit an S tier suit.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
All the custom. There's so many cool options in that game, dude. Like,
it's awesome.
I love. That's my favorite part of Injustice 2 is just the customization of all the suits. Like, it's so much fun.
Yeah, and you can do like different like lantern, and you can't like just do like Green Lantern. You can do like White Lantern, Black Lantern, the Star Sapphires, the Blue Lantern Corps, the Indigo, all those stuff, which is I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so cool.
All right, up next we have now this is more of like a unofficial thing, but it's the John Stewart Green Lantern from Zack Snyder's Justice League that was cut out from the movie.
From what I can see, it looks great.
Yeah, it does look good. Obviously, we don't have much to base it on other than just the one picture. And funny enough, this suit is also fully CGI as well.
Yeah, I mean, with all like the shadow, it's tough to tell. Like,
yeah,
it looks good from this image. I mean, it's gonna be tough. I don't think I would personally be able to put it over Injustice 2's because like
it's not much to base off of.
Yeah, it's B for what it is. This
Yeah.
image for me at least.
Definitely. All right, awesome. Up next, one of my favorite ones, Jon Stewart from the Justice League Unlimited series.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking solid S tier for this one.
I agree.
S tier for this one. Yes, sir.
S.
Oh no, there you go. Alrighty. Next up, we have his first appearance in the Green Lantern Green Arrow series.
I mean, it's tough to put this one like lower than A, I think. Like, it's the first appearance. I love just this cover, and I don't know. I could put this at S. I mean,
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't agree?
Yeah, I just think it's just. I know this is like his first appearance, but like it's like the same exact suit that Hal wears.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
So,
yeah, I just love like I'm looking at it right now, like that cover. I just love like it's really just the art that I like.
yeah.
I
I put it at C tier, honestly.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I agree because you make a really good point. It is just copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really imaginative, but okay.
His later suits though are really cool.
I'm with you. You've swayed me.
Come on, Jesus. There we go. C tier. Alrighty, up next is the ultraviolet Green Lantern Jon Stewart suit.
I do not know this. I gotta Google this. Okay.
Yeah, this one was from Scott Snyder's run on Justice League. I think it's like pretty early on too.
I've heard really good things about that run.
Yeah. I've only read the first volume. I only read like up to issue number 5, and I just put it down for some reason. But the suit's pretty cool. There's nothing really too much different from it besides like the color scheme. Obviously, like the logo in the center of his chest. He also has some like tattooing on his hands, and like the ring on his finger is more like a tattoo outline instead of like an actual physical thing.
Yeah, I just looked at it. It's not bad. I'd say this is a B.
Yeah, I'll definitely go with B, somewhere along with B.
Pretty good.
Alrighty, up next we have the Jon Stewart suit from the DC animated movie universe.
I think this is way better than Hal's in Justice League War.
Yeah. I would put it at B tier, honestly.
I was gonna say A, but because I mean, I think this is way better than the ultraviolet one.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm campaigning for A.
Campaigning for A. All right. Let's go with A then. This is my boy, Kyle Rayner, his first suit. His first new suit, essentially, where he has like the crab mask thing, like the green gauntlets, the high boots. So his first suit, essentially.
This is your boy. Where are you?
You already know. I gotta put the suit in S tier.
I've always loved Kyle Rayner's face mask.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool. So
I like it a lot. We're putting it S tier. Let's go. Alrighty. Up next, we have... This one is a bit of a weird one. This is I'm pretty sure this is the Star Sapphire Kyle Rayner suit, if I'm not mistaken. When I was trying to look up for a picture of this was like the only picture I could find. So
okay, I'm looking through. Yeah, I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have to go with like somewhere like around C tier.
Yeah, C would be the best I could give it, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. You're going to C tier. Alrighty.
Now, what is this one? These next, there's a lot coming up that I just don't know.
Yeah, so this next Kyle Rayner suit is I think either the technically like, or like not technically, but it is, and I like to describe it this way, the Mark One
Okay.
of just all like the rings combined. Hybrid Lantern 1.
Hybrid Lantern 1.
Yeah.
So it's
So,
all of the suits combined into one?
yeah. And then
Oh,
like
whoa, I see it.
yeah. So
Whoa, this is crazy.
yeah, he gets pretty OP with this one. I think this was from the Green Lantern New Guardians series.
Yeah, he's got like the Infinity Stones. It's all that.
Yeah.
It's all the rings.
It's pretty
That's
sick.
that's really cool.
I probably put it at A tier.
I agree. I don't love the design of the faceplate, but
Yeah.
everything else is
It's pretty sick.
awesome. Yeah.
All right, up next is Kyle Rayner's just normal blank White Lantern suit.
I saw this one while I was scrolling. I don't know. I just too much white for me. Too much. I need some coloring in there.
I probably put it at B tier personally.
Yeah, I was thinking C, but I could I'm okay. I'm cool with B.
Okay, cool.
I can see that. It's kind of I do think it's on the same level as the Ultraviolet for Jon Stewart. So,
Alrighty, up
it's a good
next.
placement.
This is the Hybrid Lantern number 2. This one really reminds me of like Thor's outfit with like the different like circles on his suit, especially in like the arms and the legs. Kind of reminiscent of Thor in a sense, in my opinion.
Hybrid Lantern 2. Okay, I see it. Yeah, this one it kind of reminds me of the Destroyer from Thor.
Yeah.
I don't think this one's as cool.
Yeah, I probably put it at C tier.
Yeah, I think the other one's way cooler.
All right, yeah, we're putting it at C tier. Alrighty, up next. I think this is a pretty cool one. This is, I think, the Yellow Lantern suit, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's wearing it in this image?
Kyle Rayner. I think so. Kyle Rayner. Yeah. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is the Yellow Lantern suit.
Kyle Rayner, Yellow Lantern. Okay. Let's see here.
He has kind of like instead of like a face, but it's more like a helmet thing.
Yeah. He's kind of looking like Iron Fist here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this one.
The dome head's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like the dome head. This one, I don't think it's D. I think this one's C. It could be D, but
I'd say C.
Okay.
Alrighty, next up on the list is the Blue Lantern Kyle Rayner suit.
Damn, Kyle Rayner's been. They probably all have been at this point, huh?
Yeah.
every different color.
Okay. This one I'm not a big fan of that much because it's basically just like his normal suit, just painted blue.
Yeah, my favorite color is blue, so I like it. But, but yeah, I mean, it's not like anything too crazy. But I think this is at least a B. Like,
yeah,
it's still it's a solid suit, but like you said, it's pretty much his suit, just blue.
Yeah, I'd say B. Next one, I really like this one because it looks crazy. This is Kyle Rayner's Red Lantern suit.
Okay, I need. Let me see some more images of this one. Where are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking A tier, man. This looks sick.
Damn, this one is crazy. The helmet, dude.
Yeah, the helmet, just like, jeez.
Okay, yeah, I would. Yeah, I agree. I think this one's A. The helmet is so cool.
I know. When I first saw that, I was like, damn. Yeah, it's pretty sick. So let's put it A tier.
So when is this? When does he get the Infinity Stones of the Green Lantern? What run is that?
It looks like It looks like it's a lot of it's from like the New 52 Green Lantern run.
Okay.
There's I don't know if the Jeff Johns omnibus collects Green Lantern's New Guardians, but it's a lot of the Green Lantern run and Green Lantern's New Guardians, as well as Sinestro Corps War, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's not Circle War.
Yeah, a lot of that happens in this one with all these different Kyle Rayner suits. But it's cool. Up next, we have, where is it? This
I know this suit.
I forget what it's called. I think this is the DC 1 million suit.
This one, I think. Wait, I'm looking at a different one. Never mind.
Yeah, I think this is the one, the future Green Lantern suit, where this is from the DC 1 million event that happened in the late 90s.
Yeah, that was a part of. That's in that JLA omnibus. Okay, let me look up this one as well. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is Kyle Rayner as well.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you thinking? C, D, F?
I was gonna put it more in like the D tier.
Really? D?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Okay. I don't mind it. I was gonna say C, but I don't really have any connections to it, so we don't have much in D. You can put it in D.
Yeah, Injustice 1 Green Lantern is looking a little too lonely there. All right, up next we have the Parallax Yellow Lantern Kyle Rayner suits.
I just saw this one as well while looking.
This one's pretty sick.
This is awesome. I feel like if with Hal's Parallax at S, I think this one might deserve to go to S.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about it. I think it looks probably a little better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe just my Kyle Rayner bias. I don't know, but it looks pretty sick. So definitely going into S tier. All right. Up next, this is the Kyle Rayner suit, but it's kind of like the same thing with John Stewart's first appearance. It's the same copy and paste 80s, 90s Green Lantern suit, just on Kyle Rayner.
Yeah. So that one, I mean, probably the same as John Stewart's first appearance. C.
Yeah, just put right next to John Stewart right there. All right, next up is the Justice League animated Justice League Unlimited Universe Kyle Rayner suit. I didn't even know this was Kyle Rayner until like they said like Kyle, and then like the animated series. I was like, oh, that's like Kyle Rayner. Like, I did not know that, but I thought it was pretty cool. But the suit in and of itself, I don't know.
Don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't like the white symbol.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Yeah, not a fan of it.
This one's C at best for me. I might put this in D.
Yeah, I'm just going with D tier.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go, buddy. Alrighty, up next. This Green Lantern suit has a specific name to it.
This is I know this one. The Green Lantern Corps
Honor Guard.
Okay.
This is the Honor Guard suit.
This one, I'd put this one in S.
It looks sick, yeah. It's like a more like modern version of like his suit.
Yeah. Maybe A. This one's at least an A for me.
Yeah, I'll put it in A tier.
Yeah. This is I really like this suit a lot.
All right. Now we're going to go into the territory of Ion. So Ion is like I don't know what Ion is essentially, but I know like Kyle Rayner has become Ion a couple of times.
I think in Jeff Johns' run he becomes Ion.
Yeah. And like he becomes like a couple times. It has different suits, but the first one is from the Hand of God, a Day One series.
I don't have any strong feelings for this one. I know of this one. I have strong feelings for the next one. I don't really have any strong feelings for this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Yeah, where would you put it? I don't know. This guy's like meh.
Yeah, it probably falls C for me because I'm just kind of,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't really have any strong feelings, so I think it just falls straight in the middle for me.
gotcha.
It's not bad.
Alrighty.
It's not great. It's just kind
Yeah.
of there.
All right. Next, his other Ion suit. I think this is more his more traditional Ion suit, if I'm not mistaken.
This one I love. I love this suit.
It's pretty sick. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
The just like glowing symbol in the middle is cool, but my favorite part is like the black part of his suit
Hmm.
looks like the galaxy, like stars,
Yeah,
and I think that's just like the coolest thing ever. This one
yeah, I
I would
agree.
put S.
Yeah, I put it S too. Yeah.
I love this suit.
There we go. Alrighty. Up next, this is the regular Kyle Rayner Parallax suit. So
Okay.
not a Yellow Lantern Parallax, but just regular Parallax Green Lantern.
Okay, I didn't. Let me look this up. Parallax, Kyle Rayner. What do you think for this one? All our other Parallax suits are S.
This might be going to S again.
Damn, dude, this one's awesome.
This one's sick.
Yeah, I mean, this has to go. If the other ones are S, this has to go S.
Exactly.
This has to.
All right, S tier. There you go. Let me group them together. All the Parallax suits together. There
Yeah,
you go.
dude, this one's so great. They're all awesome.
Awesome. All right. Up next, this suit. I think this suit's from Tom King's run of the Omega Men,
Okay.
the Omega
Tom
Lantern.
King.
So this is the Omega Lantern suit.
All right, let me see. Let me see what this is. This one's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty sick.
I like this one. Doesn't seem to be like too many images of it.
Yeah.
Um,
I probably put in an A tier.
I agree. I think this is A.
Yeah,
This one's really cool.
A tier. There you go. All right. Up next, what one's this one's called? This one has a specific name too. This one is the second Green Lantern uniform. So I think this is after he gave up his powers as Ion.
Okay.
So I think this is more akin to the Justice League animated Kyle Rayner suit because it has a lot of similarities to it, like the white Green Lantern symbol in the center.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like this suit.
It's pretty decent.
This is a solid B, I think, for this one.
Yeah, I say B. All right, the last two. Second to last is the Simon Baz Green Lantern suit.
Is that the one with the mask, the luchador mask?
Yep.
All right. What do you think of this? I
probably put it in A tier.
really
I like it a lot. I like it, especially like how it's like short sleeved. It has like the gloves on too. I don't know. I really like it.
it's very different. I
Yeah.
don't know what I think of it. I think it's pretty cool, but also kind of goofy. I think it's B though. I would give it a B. I don't know if I could go A. I don't know.
I could go B. I could go high B. I'll do a high B.
Okay.
All right. Last but not least, I think this is one of the more
What
recent
the hell
ones.
is this?
Teen Lantern.
Oh, okay. Teen Lantern.
Yeah.
It's kind of. Let's see. Is this a brand new character?
I think it is pretty recent. I forgot from where, but I did read a little bit of it a while back.
Okay. The bandana, not a fan of. Everything else, not bad.
It kind of reminds me of like a Cartoon Network, like animated show type feel.
Yeah. Not terrible. When the bandana's over the head, it's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, see, I just don't know much.
Yeah, there's not really much to base off of, other than like the image itself, and like I've barely read any Teen Lantern, if any, because I think they were introduced in the TC Frontier, or like the basically just like the one shot comic that just introduces like the new era of DC that happens after Rebirth. I forget what it's called specifically, but I think they were in the one shot. But I'll probably go with C tier as well.
All right, to finish it off, what is your favorite S tier? What is your number one Green Lantern suit?
Honestly, I might have to go with the Hal Jordan Parallax suit.
It's a good choice.
It's just radiates like the 90s comic books, and like that's like one of my favorite eras in comics, and I just like how badass it looks. It's like super over the top with the shoulders, the cape, and everything. But I think it looks pretty damn cool.
For me, it's probably Hal Jordan's New 52 Justice League.
That's
and
respectable.
If it isn't, it's probably Jessica Cruz's. Those are my top two. I'm just showing my bias there, but those are my favorite.
Hey, those are respectable choices. I do have to say, respectable choices.
The Brave and the Bold one is growing on me. I need to watch whatever that's from because
it's pretty sick.
I like that art style too. It's really just the art style and it's just simple.
Yeah, nothing too overly done like in the Injustice suits.
Yeah. We only have one F.
I was very tempted just to like, instead of running F, I was tempted to type in 2011 Green Lantern. But that is our tier list. This tier list is up on the I think the Tier Maker website. So if you guys want to do it, feel free to do it and send us your own tier list of all these Green Lantern suits. But those are our top 10. So I think we'll have one more thing to talk about. Is that right? Just the
wheel
miniseries, the wheel of miniseries comics. Alrighty, here we go.
So our last one was Deadpool versus Thanos, which was one of my picks. So what did you replace it with? I don't even know.
I replaced it with the favorite comic that I read last year, and that's Royal City by Jeff Lemire. It's an independent comic. I think it's only like 12 issues, maybe 10, but it's fairly short. But I loved it. It's like one of those like slice of life stories where you can just like, there's not really essentially like a plot. It's just like we see like, in this case, of this like very dysfunctional, broken family and how they're like kind of like regroup essentially in that sense. But Jeff Lemire is probably my favorite writer in comics, and I just loved it a lot. So I just replaced it with that.
Okay.
But anyways, in the wheel, we have the following. We have Superman Brainiac, Marvel Universe The End, Green Lantern Earth 1, Hulk Gray, Royal City, Deceased, Thanos Wins, Kryptonite, Superman Kryptonite, Cosmic Odyssey, and Mr. Miracle, the Tom King run. Alrighty.
It'd be pretty funny if we got Green Lantern Earth 1.
That'd be pretty sick. You can see the wheel, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Here we go. We're about to press the wheel, and we're reading it next episode.
Yeah, next episode we'll do a review of whichever it lands on.
Alrighty, let's go. Let's see what it is. Okay. Deceased. Awesome.
All right.
I'm pretty excited about that. I read that comic book at least like twice, but it's been a while since I reread it. I have it on my shelf, so I'm pretty excited to reread it.
I've never read it. I'm excited for it because I am not a huge fan of Marvel Zombies in the comics. But I've heard Deceased is it's got a bit more of a serious tone.
Yeah.
So that one interests me a bit more. I've heard it does. Yeah, I've heard a couple things about it. I'm actually very excited for that.
It's really
I
good.
almost bought that the other day. And,
Oh, really?
yeah.
It's pretty damn good. And it has a lot of spinoffs with it too. I read the first spinoff was Unkillables. Not as good as the original run, but still pretty damn solid. But I feel like you'd like it. It's really
I don't
good.
know. I'm excited for this one.
It's really good, and
See.
the artwork is really good too. So I'm very excited to reread that, and I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna read it physically and not digitally.
There you go. I'll definitely read that one digitally.
But I might cave in through a midway and just like read it all digitally. But I think that was it for today's episode. Was it not? Fairly short episode today.
Yeah.
Very Green Lantern heavy. It would have been very cool, very nice to see the wheel land on Green Lantern Earth 1. A nice little end to it, but alas, we got something different. Still in the DC universe, but something different. All right. With that being said, overall recap. Part 1, Green Lantern 2011 sucks. Not as bad as everyone
sucks.
Not as bad as everyone thinks, but it sucks.
True.
Part 2, Parallax Hal Jordan, damn good suit. Also, really good suits. Jessica Cruz Green Lantern and the classic New 52 Hal Jordan Green Lantern suit. Pretty damn awesome.
Green Lantern 2011 suit sucks.
Yeah, sucks. The bottom of the tier list, as you guys saw, terrible.
The only F.
Which is, it's pretty good to say in regards of a Green Lantern suit.
Justice 1 maybe should have. No, it's not F. It's not F. It's D.
It's close.
It's D minus.
Yeah, it's a D minus minus.
Yeah.
And then next week we have the. What are we doing next week besides the miniseries?
Oh yeah, we were gonna do like whose voice do you hear?
Oh yeah, so that's gonna be a cool one because I know I might have some different answers that a lot of people have especially in regards to Batman's voice.
You've said who? Yeah.
Yeah, I've alluded to it before, but I'm excited for that for next week episode. I love Deceased. I can't wait to talk about it.
I'm excited.
For the voices, we're gonna have like a specific list of like different characters and like saying like, for example, for Batman, who do you hear? For Joker, who do you hear? Superman, Iron Man, Captain America, all this, a lot of the big names. Who do we hear when we read them in comic books? So make sure to stay tuned to that. Also, make sure to keep updated with our TikTok and our Twitter at ComicsRTW. Where can they find you, Woody, on the face of the internet?
On the internet, I mainly just my Twitch. I'm streaming Dark Souls and Bloodborne right now. And like I said, I have future plans for some comic-related stuff. When I get closer to that, I'll talk about it, but it's going to be awesome. So on my Twitch is Woody307.
All right, sounds good. As always, you guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Orion Scott Comics. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next episode.